What's good, World Republic? Welcome back to another video. Editor Sly here. Glad you could make it. Before we start, please join the Discord community, link down below for me. When you click the link, the invite should appear as shown. Click accept invite for direct access to yours truly, your fellow community, as well as being notified every time we go live. You'll also be able to view all VODs from the Discord server, as well as any YouTube videos, and be notified when I post here on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, around 99% of you guys aren't subscribed to the channel. Make sure you fix that by hitting the subscribe button and turning on all notifications. If you do that, I can find the content for you and we can watch it together. Shout out to all my current subscribers as well as current subs on Twitch. We call y'all citizens, you feel me? And yeah, enjoy the video. What is good, YouTube? It's your boy, J. Fly, once again, sliding off your timeline with another reaction. We got a reaction to the dog Ty. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna pre-fire a little like on some shit. We got who's actually Ben 10's strongest alien. This is a very controversial topic. Some got my GOAT feedback at number 1. Some got Hacks aliens at number 1. Some got way big at number 1. Then it is like planetary, right? But we came here to learn from an expert. As always, check out the Discord community, link down in the description. That is the best way to directly interact with the community, as well as get notified every time I post on YouTube and every time I go live on Twitch. We have artists that are in the community that have supplied this PFP. So if you'd like to see more, learn more about the community, type of Discord community down in the description. And yeah, without further ado, you don't hop straight into it.
After letting the Ben 10 scaling simmer for a bit, I am back once again to let you guys know the 10 most powerful aliens that do not include Alien X within Ben 10's Omni chip. The reason
you look, he can't include Alien X. I think it's like a 5-dimensional being.
Why I'm not including Alien X is because that's an obvious free top 1 spot. Yeah. And I feel like Alien X's scaling deserves its own video, as it may or may not be the most powerful alien. With
Alien X is top. Alien X is top 5. He's not 5. He's not 4. He's not 3. Not 2. The nigga's number 1. You know what I'm saying?
The entire verse, let alone Ben's rock.
It might be number 0.
So this
That's
video
how strong
will be
it is.
Excluding Alien X, but other than that, any alien goes. Meaning ultimate forms are included for this tier list, along with aliens that may or may not even exist anymore, like Jet Ray, who got erased from Omniverse. Now, with that being said, before I talk about the tier list itself, I should drop some honorable mentions, considering there are a lot of pretty iconic heavy hitters that...
Alright, chat. Who are we predicting for the honorable mentions? So he's only listing the number 1 spot. So I think honorable mention is going to be Swampfire. Very strong. Regeneration. He's like a good all-around pick. He has feedback on the thumbnail, so I don't think he'd give it to us that easy. So feedback, definitely honorable mention. Let's do 5 honorable mentions. That's 2 slots. We get way big at number 3. Atomics is either going to be 4. Or Atomics is either going to be honorable mention or he's going to be the 1. And then maybe just Clockwork. Just go simple like aliens, like feedback for the Big Bang feat, way big for just actual like casual feats, Swampfire for like being his most used alien, for that wild and alien force, and then what's the other 2 I said? Oh, Atomics and Clockwork. Those are the ones Ben 10,000 uses the most, so they have some pretty crazy feats as well. It could be one of his like kind of useless aliens that are like indestructible, because like, you know, a good defense is a good offense sometimes.
Did not make the list, unfortunately. These aliens listed are Chromastone, Jet Ray, Upchuck, Big Chill, Swampfire, and Heat Blast.
Yeah, Swampfire right there.
I believe at best some of these aliens are interchangeable with our number 10 spot, but they shouldn't be any higher.
Oh, he's doing... It is a Ben 10 list. He's doing the top 10 strongest aliens.
Chromastone is able to absorb stars, while Upchuck can pretty much eat the equivalent of that. While we have feats of Big Chill freezing the Null Void, Swampfire and Heat Blast scoring chicken nugget feats on Dag and Vilgax and Agragor. However, these feats to me aren't too concrete or consistent enough to really say that they're making the top 10. Yeah. For the number 10 spot, I was actually going to put Jet Ray originally on the tier list, but he was last minute switched out as he is kind of inconsistent in verse. He is without a doubt Ben's fastest alien and has one of the best speed feats.
I'm gonna say this, pretty much everything else I put in my honorable mentions is gonna be on this list. I'm already knowing.
Not the best speed feat within Ben's entire roster.
Yeah, the hyperspace
But yeah, these
feat.
are the aliens that didn't make the cut, and if you're upset about it, boo-hoo, sorry.
Boo-hoo is crazy.
Ow. Now, for number 10, like I said, this spot was very contentious as other aliens
Echo to go?
replaced this number 10 spot. but ultimately I decided to go with my gut and put Diamond Head as our number 10.
Diamond Head only at 10?
Diamond Head is someone who's able to knock out Exo Skull without even his actual form being in use. Meanwhile, Heat Blast's heat needs to be used at its maximum capacity to knock him out. Heat Blast could definitely replace Diamond Head on this list, as I do believe they are very
close he got a chicken nugget feet close
in power. But I believe Diamond Head to be just a tiny bit better.
You know what's even harder, like tough about this? It's a 10-minute long video. He's doing a top 10 list of Ben's strongest aliens, and obviously it's Ben 10.
He went consistently performing better amongst his roster. While Heat Blast restrains Dagengax for like a couple seconds and his flames do absolutely nothing to him, Malgax is someone that Diamond Head can actually react to and take attacks from. He was also Ben's all-reliable before feedback to take on Malware in the past. Meaning for at least the majority of the all-reliable before feedback to take
right hook
on Malware in the
left hook.
Past.
Come here, boy.
At least the majority of the time, Diamond Head was just stronger than Heat Blast, and he is a pretty strong start for our number 10 spot. For numbers 9 and 8, though, we have a little bit of a tie, but I decided to go with Humongosaur and Cannibal, specifically in their ultimate
for 9 and
form.
8. I forgot. Like he's gonna put also easy upscaling from the last spot. I knew Humongosaur was probably gonna be on the list. I wasn't thinking list. I was thinking like top 1. But Humongosaur is definitely going to be on that list. I forgot about the ultimate
These two together because they pretty much are the heavy hitter ultimate aliens within Ultimate Alien. With Ultimate Cannibal low-key dunking on Agrigor, while Ultimate Humongosaur was tussling with Ultimate Kevin. However, it is implied that Ultimate Cannibal is just his unstoppable alien, both base to base and in his ultimate form. So if we're going off of Lauren's statements, I would give the edge to Cannibal here. However, due to Ben tussling with a Kevin that absorbed all of Agrigor's power, this would technically be a better feat than Ultimate Cannibal's feat. And I mean, base to base, Humongosaur does kind of have better feats as well. He was able to stop the entry pump with his bare hands, while Cannibal at best was like in his debut stopping planetary threats. So I think feat-wise, you could argue for Humongosaur, but lore-wise, Cannibal is portrayed to be stronger. Next up, however, is someone who has the power to put both of these aliens to sleep at once. That being, of course, Ben's strongest ultimate alien, Echo Echo.
Yes, sir.
Ultimate Echo was able to no-diff Ultimate Kevin and outperform Ben's heavy hitters. He stopped a nuclear bomb that was going to wipe out a planet pretty casually, along with him being Ben's strongest ultimate with ease, like I said. While Cannibal dunks on Agrigor and Humongosaur loses to an Ultimate Kevin, Echo Echo literally just beats him up within like 20 seconds. Ultimate Echo Echo is an iconic alien to not put on this list, and you guys may be wondering why he's not any higher. And the reason for that is because in our number 6 and 5 spot, we have two aliens that I did not even expect to make the cut. But after literally looking at all of the aliens' feats, I've come to the conclusion that these two aliens are the most underrated within Ben 10's roster. And we'll first start off with our number 6 spot, that being Eatle. Now, I know a lot of you are probably wondering, Eatle? Bro, we have Upchuck at home. Why is this guy stronger than the damn Trio de Ultimates? Well, unlike these guys, Eatle actually puts the absolute beating on Dagon Vilgax, a villain who'd far surpass Kevin and Agrigor by this point. If I'm being honest though, you could make the case for Ultimate Echo Echo being stronger than Eatle, especially since there is a pretty big gap between Kevin and Agrigor. But in my opinion, due to Dagon's portrayal of being the strongest villain, even when Vilgax is just only being a herald to him, I feel like bare minimum he would have to be relative with Ultimate Kevin. But if you want to say that Ultimate Echo Echo no-diff Ultimate Kevin while Eatle was kind of struggling with Dagon Vilgax and his scaling is inconsistent, then I can definitely see a case being made for Echo Echo being number 6.
Yeah, so he was kind of talking about it in the same joint with like Chromostone, just inconsistent scaling.
But regardless of how you feel about the Eatle and Echo Echo scaling, I feel like the next 5 aliens that I'm about to mention would just beat up these two aliens without a doubt, and I feel like these aliens are in the contention of being Ben's strongest alien. Starting off with number 5, aka our first contender, we have the most underrated pick on the entire tier list, that being Vampire. This may come to a surprise to most of you, like with the last spot, but Vampire just has really stupid feats. He was able to hit combos on Malgax, which should just be a superior version of the character than the initial Herald of Dagon. And we know Vampire as well also has the ability to life drain and also mind control. And these powers aren't just basic hacks that he can use on regular people. Vampire's mind control is so strong that it can even affect Taku stars, while his life draining abilities can affect celestial sapiens themselves. Like I said, this alien without a doubt is the biggest sneaky pick that I came across, given his feats and weirdly useful abilities. However, aside from his fight with Malgax, he doesn't really do anything. He just like fights Victor, who beats beats up Ultimate Big Chill.
And the reason he's still like consistently and competently number 5 is, like he just said, those hacks. Even though his feats are a little inconsistent, one, he did perform the feat, right? But 2, they just said his hacks work on way big species, right? Planetary at minimum. And then they also work on celestial sapiens.
I guess. But
so
like,
any
who
other
cares if he's upscaling from an honorable mention or like a character who's relative to base Agrigor? Anywho, in our number 4 spot, we have Atomics.
I'm already
just
knowing,
does better
bro.
against Malgax than Vampire, therefore he...
I think in my 5, I had Swanfire, I had Way Big, who is definitely the top 3 alien, had Atomics, I had Clockwork, and then I can't remember what my last pick was. I think it was like Humongous or something. Atomics and Clockwork were my last picks. My first 3, I know 2 of them was Way Big and Swampfire. I can't remember what my first pick, like one of my honorable mentions was. But like I said, bro, everything that was in my honorable mentions is on this list so far.
Should just be
Feedback. Feedback's gonna be top 3. Look, there's 3 spots left. Alien X is not up there. It's gonna be Feedback's Clockwork, and the number 1 is probably gonna be Way Big. That locked me in. Predict wise, locked me in. So everything I said was on this list. I just had him as honorable mention.
The concept of this alien is pretty much just a Dragon Ball Z character where Ben can shoot radiation blasts and fly around and beat you up like a Z fighter.
Yeah, that's literally the concept of Atomics. He literally is just like this energy creature, right? He has insane durability. He's pretty much just the same, gang.
I have statements of him being able to conjure up stars as Atomics, and we see him in universe literally embarrassing Ultimate Humongosaur, Vilgax, and a fusion of Vilgax and Malware. And speaking of fusions, we know a version of Ben fuses Atomics in Alien X's DNA, which should just go to show you how powerful he is, considering he's using Atomics' DNA to mesh with the Celestial Sapiens' DNA. He's very powerful, but lore-wise, in comparison to the next 3 aliens I'm about to mention, he's definitely just lacking the most in...
I told you, bruh. My Feedback up there, bruh.
Reputation.
OG
now,
Nonchalant
Dreadhead. The OG strongest alien within the Ben 10
Way Big at 3?
who just managed to crack the top.
Way Big at 3. So that means Feedback and Clockwork. So Clockwork's gonna be number 1, I'm guessing. Just because Clockwork has all the time hacks and all of that, which is pretty much unbeatable. And then he has other like feats that amp up his durability and stuff. Or he has Feedback at 1, my nonchalant GOAT. I told y'all I didn't expect him to put Feedback as the number 1 pick because he was on the thumbnail.
3. That being, of course,
Way Big at 3.
Way Big is someone who was Ben's ultimate heavy hitter for the longest time, even during Ultimate Alien and Omniverse. The only sad part is that Way Big unfortunately did get beat up by Dagon pretty badly, along with Malware, which does set him back just a little bit. Way Big, however, has bullied Kevin 11,000, Vilgax on more than one occasion, has injured Dagon himself, and is still a force to be reckoned with. He also, like Vampire, has very weirdly useful abilities like super speed and cosmic beams that can affect energy itself.
Super speed
Not
is
sure
insane.
How that works. But like I said, Way Big is strong, but these next 2 aliens are just that much.
Bro's the size of at least like 2 states minimum, purely in vertical height, and it has super speed. Ref Ben is
better. And Way Big as well also kind of has a Humongosaur syndrome where he's kind of used to make other villains look really strong. And for that reason, he is not top 2 or 1. He is just barely top 2.
I just saw Feedback.
Now, these 2 spots, in all honesty, were a little hard for me to choose from, but ultimately, I went with my gut and put Feedback at number 2 and Clockwork at number 1.
I told y'all, bro.
Of course, in his debut.
If y'all ever thought I was one of them fake fans, I'm not, bro. I know that Ben 10's. I'm not too tapped in with it. I'm not a power skiller, but I'm tapped in with the Ben 10 lore, bro. I even watched Generated Rex, another series by Man of Action. Like, come on. I'm here.
Just destroyed an amped Malware who folded Way Big previously, and we see Feedback absorbing energy that can wipe out the entire universe like it's nothing. Meaning, I don't see why Feedback wouldn't absorb Way Big's attacks or be able to harm him if he's upscaling from characters who already defeated him before him. Feedback absorbing this energy at the
scales higher and has a counter to one of Way Big's strongest attacks.
Is universal, but due to Ben 10's cosmology, which I've went over in multitude of videos that you can check out yourself, this level of energy could be argued up to 6 to possibly even...
Yeah, because the Ben 10 universe is like very, very multidimensional. Because those people who look like smoothies are 5th dimensional beings. And when we looked at the video, I don't know if Ty made it, but we looked at a video on like the gods of Ben 10. That reaction is still up. Those are fifth dimensional beings, but they are not outside of time like Alien X and them. So in theory, if this joint blew up, the Celestial Sapiens would have been good. Maybe this sixth dimensional being right here would have been good. But they were like kind of stressing about it, right? And you know how crazy it is, they're fifth dimensional because they're not real smoothies. They just take the appearance of whatever like you have an emotional connection with, basically. It's that joint crazy, bro.
26
got a crazy. It's like
really just depends
Dragon
on what
Ball.
you argue for the cosmology
verse.
And what you think of the Nologians and etc. But in my opinion, Clockwork probably has the best feat within the Ben 10 series, excluding Alien X. You see, Ben and gang were trying to stop the Chronosapien time bomb, a bomb that was going to destroy every single timeline within the Ben 10 cosmology, which contains bare minimum infinite sets of universes /
I'm not gonna lie. That has to be one of the craziest feats of all time. Being able to like stop something that's supposed to destroy like a multiverse, immediately like push you at number one. It has to, because when you think about it, we just talked about how big their verse is. Sixth dimensional verse, probably, arguably sixth dimensional, guaranteed fifth dimensional, right? Which is way bigger than what you can comprehend. Because when you really think about it, what is the difference between a line and paper? You see how huge of a difference that is? Right? But it's bigger than you think, because even if you have a line that is of infinite length, a piece of paper of infinite size is so much bigger. Because again, a lot of people don't know this. Some infinities are bigger than other infinities. Does it matter because we can't quantify it to like the average layman? No, it doesn't matter. But in this type of discussion, it does. You take a line. I mean, it's basic math. Take a line of infinite length. You have a piece of paper that is of infinite length and width. Now you take something three-dimensional like our world. Now take something that has infinite length, width, and depth. To a power of infinity, this thing is bigger. Because one is just infinity. One can be calculated by infinity times infinity. The other can be calculated by infinity times infinity times infinity. We've already gotten to such an unquantifiable thing that we can't comprehend it. Because as far as we know, our universe is not infinite in size. So now imagine something that is fourth dimensional. You can't. So we're talking a level above that. And that is being erased infinitely. So you take the sixth dimension and you infinitely replicate it, because that's what a multiverse is. And that thing, there was a bomb that was capable of destroying that this alien stopped.
Dimensions.
I don't think it's ridiculous
to put them out. We then see Clockwork casually just rewinding the explosion itself, and it pretty much just prevented the destruction of every timeline. Clockwork as well probably has the best hacks within Ben 10, that being of course time manipulation and the ability to shoot beams that can rapidly age you and disintegrate you. Now I will say, if Feedback can absorb Clockwork's energy and just shoot it back at him, it's kind of...
That is the only thing about Feedback. He can absorb almost any type of energy. So it's good that Ty mentioned this. If Feedback had the ability to absorb like these time rays that Clockwork is using, then that's another story. Feedback would have to be at one, right? But there's a very clear reason why they didn't use Feedback to stop that world-ending threat. Now you can argue it's like, oh, he's overused, blah 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 blah. We want to give Clockwork more screen time because it's supposed to seem like a world-ending event. And you know how they resolved it? They had the bomb go off. Clockwork just reversed time, contained the beam. So the bomb isn't downplayed. Clockwork isn't downplayed. If Feedback would have just absorbed this multiverse-ending bomb, this would be Celestial Sapien level. Like, you have to go, okay, nothing can beat this. This nigga just absorbed a bomb that was going to destroy time and space infinite times over. So they had to use Clockwork. I just feel narratively Clockwork was the best pick there. But as Ty said, if Feedback is able to absorb like time energy, that takes him to a whole nother level, unironically.
Of GG's. And despite Clockwork having the best feat within Ben 10, the one thing that holds him back is definitely his speed. Especially when characters like Exo Skull, who even Wrath can kind of tussle with, is tagging an amped version of Clockwork. But I think the Chronosapien time bomb feat is just more than enough to suggest that he's number one. If you want to say other aliens on this list can beat him, then sure. But no one on this list is comparing to Clockwork's rewind time. And so these are the 10 aliens that I believe to be the strongest within Ben's roster. Oh, and by the way, Goku would get no diff by Feedback and Clockwork. If you see me out in cut.
He said Goku would get no diff by Feedback and Clockwork. Feedback might got that. Feedback low-key might got that. I'm not gonna hold you. Clockwork got it. It's time X. Genuinely, there's nothing you can do about that. Unless we're talking about speed blitz or perception blitzing and stuff like that. Hold on, we gotta listen to the intro. Tawa's got the funny outros. Say hi.
But if you meet me at the clam, I'm a chocolate guy. Next day I walk in the
No! I timed it terribly. The video actually ended. No, I was gonna stop it exactly at 10:03.
10 scaling.
Hold on. So we'll keep it on Peter looking drippy and shit. Shout out to y'all for watching this reaction. Shout out to YouTube once again. Y'all been helping us grow. Y'all been helping us keep tracking. Check out the Discord community, man. I'm trying to really line up all the different, like, because I feel like y'all each at some point are gonna have your own unique presence. Now the YouTube people are gonna have a different vibe than the people that are on Twitch. They're gonna have a different vibe than the people on TikTok, etc. I need to get some clips so I can post on TikTok again. But that is the whole reason why Discord Comics is. Make sure you follow the TikTok too, because now that I think about it, if we just hurry up and hit 1,000 on TikTok, I can just start going live on TikTok type situation. You know what I'm saying? Open us up to a new audience type shit. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all boys for watching. Y'all know what time to see me next. As always, peace.